Hello, welcome to Vlog 5. So now today you will see that it's a slightly different format. So this is kind of inspired from Build Space. So Build Space, if you see their live streams, especially for the season 3, Furza is from in this side and then the rest of his desktop is in the left side. So I'm trying to do this format so that I can probably show you the things that I did on DevKit or whatever happened with me like photos or videos. So I think this is a really nice format and I have finally stopped mirroring my monitor onto my Mac. So on my Mac, I can see the OBS screen, and here I can see this Chrome tab that you are seeing. So this is a little bit of a jugaad. So I had a webcam from Logitech, so I use that now, so I can see straight in the eye. Because if I see right here in my Mac's webcam, I will see, you can see I'm seeing down. But if I see my monitor, I can see straight. So I think this format is pretty much nice because now I can even upload videos from right here to YouTube and write the description much more easily because it's much more faster to type on a keyboard. So this is one interesting thing that I've done today, a little bit of change. So I can't show you around the room, but I don't think that's even needed, I guess, for most days. I have a whiteboard, so I did some new things on the whiteboard. So basically, yeah, things that are a priority, I am, damn, I am circling them, so which are priority, so with the blue marker, and things that I've delegated, though they have a circle next to them. So this is one thing that I'm trying out. And I think, yeah, since I have these tons of tasks on my um, whiteboard, this will help me a little bit to prioritize. Like, this is a very easier way to mark things and prioritize. So, two markers and you're sorted. Things don't need to be that complex, I guess. And what did we do today? I mean, most of the whole day was spent away in that game devs meetup that I attended today. So I can show you videos and photos from there now that I have this set up. So everything I shot there, I made reels out of it. Let's see, how do you see reels? Okay, got it. So this was at the Circle Place. So it's like a co-working space in Gurgaon on Hudda City Center. So I went there in the morning. I was kind of late because the event was from 11 to 5:30. So I reached there like at 2. I was planning to postpone it, like not attend, but eventually I did, and I'm really glad that I did. So this is like to figure out the entry, it took me like 15 minutes, but finally I was there. I had to climb a lot of stairs and then figure out which is the actual lift that is working. And I was finally able to manage to get in. Yeah, basically I came here after this long time and this place is like massive and looks great. And the lunch coupons were just about, like, lunch was about to be shut off. So I managed to get a coupon at the last minute and I was able to have my free food. And this is the first time I've tried adding these GIFs that Instagram gives you to my stories. So that's one good thing. Then for the first time I actually got to see who Ashwin Mars really is because I have seen his name a lot on the NCR Delhi NCR group that we have. And finally I was able to see him and get to see an amazing talk from him. And the sad thing is that I actually missed the games showcase part. The first half of the whole meetup was for game showcase, so there were 5, 6 game showcases, and then the second segment was the after the lunch, the all the tech talks. So it's great. I mean, yeah, you lose some, you win some. So I got my sleep, got to miss that, but at least got my sleep. And then I was able to attend the whole talk session and the networking. So Ashwin Mod started us off with the talks. He talked about shaders and game graphics. He's a senior game developer at Absolute Studios. I don't know the spelling, but that's how he pronounced Absolute Studios or something. You can probably find it on his website. Then Rakshak Kalwani, I think I saw him for the first time. So he talked about algorithmic level creation, especially for 2D. They have like really amazing games who have done really well on Android. So they know what they're talking about because lots of their games have been featured on the Play Store. And he has made a ton of 2D puzzle games. So they talked about a little bit about algorithmic level creation for 2D games, the different styles, the different ways, how you can he talked a little bit about BFS and DFS, how you can leverage them to build nice level to help you in the level design process. And he just cracked that funny joke about lactose intolerance and all of that, that you can see in the Instagram story if you watch it. Then we had Nikhil Melankar in the room. He's the founder of Gamey on Studios, and he's building that amazing Mumbai Gullies game open world, and we got to see some really awesome behind the scenes footage from him that we couldn't weren't allowed to record, but it was great. And yeah, he talked about how to build an open world game, like how did they reach at this level, like how are they able to raise funds, like they raised 4 crores and they are gonna raise more money, and how is the development going. We got to know all the details and a good overview of what goes into building a open world game. Next, we had Indus Battle Royale. So this game is like really rocking because it's an amazing battle royale game. If you see the trailer, it's like awesome gun design, map design. They are specifically targeting for low-end devices for India. So getting these huge maps with these mechanics working well on low-end devices is a technical challenge that they are trying to get passed through. And the trailer was amazing. People across the world are taking notice. So these guys are doing some amazing work. And they gifted 2 books to the organizers as a gift of token. So that was great. And then I got to meet this kid who was cosplaying as Superman. Then, I just wanted to get a picture with him. So we did this whole Superman pose together. And if you see the Instagram story there's that whole Superman music going on. So it's pretty cute. Go check it out. Then in the end, just for a short bit, Mohik Mathur from IG in India. So first time we had someone cross the press here. So Mohik Mathur from IG in India was present in the house, and he just talked about, IG in India is gonna take notice and try to cover more events like this. So the game developer scene is getting stronger and stronger now. We have much more resources. We have representatives from IGN, so it's great. Next, what do we have here? So I think these are more of a few of the games that I saw. So Joy Goldar bro is like bhaiya, he was showcasing his awesome video game. So I saw the game footage last December also, and a lot more things have been added to the game mechanics, a lot more fighting options. This I talked with in Manas. Manas is a platform engineer at a blockchain company, and he showed me his one of his games that he built with his friends a year back. This is a racing game. You have a ship, you can stun your enemies, all of that. Really fun races with boosts and all of that. Then I met Rupesh from My Hashtag. I met him again. Um, I met him last time for the first time, I guess, in December's game developer meetup, and then again in the January hackathon, and then finally after a few months I got to see him here, and he showed me this pretty cool, amazing Android game which was there on the Play Store. And I mean, if you see closely, the visuals are so pretty for this game. I'll try to drop the link for this game in the comments, oh sorry, in the description. But yeah, this is a pretty cute game about samurais. I mean, there's violence, but these visuals, the grass and the environment is pretty, very pretty. Then we had VR Cricket. So someone had built this app and you could see live cricket there on that screen. And then this guy is playing cricket, so everything is reflected there. So I mean, that footage seemed like real world footage. I don't know how they are doing that if you see it closely, but yeah, didn't get a chance to try it out myself. Then someone was showing his game, a puzzle game. These guys from Rod Studio, and if you see the story, my Instagram story, they will talk about how some issue was there in this build and all of that. So last minute game development challenges. And then Divyansh Bhaiya is here, and I met two other folks, amazing folks here. And we talked a lot, shared stories. I mean, mostly I listened, right? Like these guys were very senior than me and they had a lot to share. Especially Divyansh Bhaiya was super cool. And I learned a lot from him during the conversation, and we vibed on a lot of stuff that we weren't totally expecting to vibe on. So that was mostly how my most of the day was went. And then when I came back home, I reviewed some stuff from the team, and then I finally did something. So mostly today also I pushed some UI changes. So finally they are on prod. So some page title changes one of the slightly bigger changes is the OG image. So we now have slightly better OG image. Previously, only the logo used to come. Now you can see at least a screenshot. Let's see. Okay, it's asking me to log in again. That's pretty weird. I'll see if I can, yeah, I can drop in. So yeah, I just tweeted this out, messaged my team at 4:31. Hey, we have a better OG image now finally. So that is one change that went in, and then also let's go getfk.com, right? Now we also told, we also mentioned here that we have raised 10K from Z Fellow, so that's finally there. Probably that will create a nice impression to visitors who come on the website. Also updated the screenshot and optimized it before it was like 800 kbs. Like, why was it? And I took a new screenshot, optimized it with Scoosh, so it's like 80 kbs now, 1 by 10th, right? Page speed is gonna be faster. I'll try to optimize these GIFs also if I can, these logos and everything, because I mean at least the homepage should load pretty fast, right? There shouldn't be any large resizes, like the image is loading late and then there is a whole shift in the layout, so you don't want that happening. I'll try to get the light score for this as close to as 100 possible. So that is one thing that happened. What else? This Z Fellows mentions that went in, the OG image change went in, a few page titles things, changes went in. And I mean we can see the best source for the changes is GitHub itself, right? But the issue is that I don't write good commit messages, so I myself can't tell you what I did. But yeah, sometimes I try to break the habit and add decent commit messages. So this is decent, and yeah, even this is decent, this is decent, but this minor change, like what is a minor change, like tell me, give me something. So sometimes when I'm lazy I just do this, so I gotta stop doing that from now on. And I was also talking to someone on Twitter, I mean not someone, I mean Akshay. We have been talking a lot on Twitter, interacting with each other's tweets, and we were discussing some ideas. And I shared this tweet about we our AI powered DB client is pretty cool, like it is helping us to do all of this stuff. And Akshay told me, but why do we need this, like open source, like there are open source vector databases, and people now wouldn't probably use SQL in the future, and you can pretty much build really complex apps like Shazam with the help of these open source Pinecone databases, vector databases. And my response to that was that, yeah, it's a strong point, but not all apps will have these open source, these vector databases integrations, because again, another database is another cost overhead and maintenance thing. So still a lot of the apps and things continue to run on bare bones Postgres. But yeah, then that's what I communicated, and he kind of agreed on it that yeah, but we have at least we have decreased a step for that regular use cases. So that's also great. And he also gave me this idea that he asked us whether you have an API for to use this, AI powered thing to get the results. Just give it a query and get the results. So is there a API for that? And that really was interesting to me, because if you see, if someone has a normal database and if we can provide this simple thing as an API, then that developer can make a text box on their website, and anybody who writes a query on that, whatever the developer has set up their database connection URL, based upon that and whatever the user query they send to us, we will use the database connection query to see the database schema and then feed that to ChatGPT or our DevGPT, and we will get the output for that English query that they wrote, and then we will send it to them. And the developer can show that whole query results on just the UI. So it makes things so much easier for developers. Like what they essentially have to do is now, they don't have to do anything. They just need to specify two things: the user input and the database connection. And this will allow PMs and a lot more users to very easily fetch data, to get like to run analytics query or to get some data from the database without developers having to build a separate app on its own. And PMs can pretty much do anything. But I guess there should be some limitations, like there should be some limitation in the sense that anybody can't run a write query. So if we are exposing it through that through an API, probably we need to provide these features as as a parameter to the developer so that they really can enforce that you can't do a write using that. Because if a normal user expresses a SQL query and then it ends up changing some in the database, then it's gonna be really bad. We can do that within the prompt itself, but what the PM or the user could, probably they could draft a really good prompt that overrides our rules in the prompt. So it's better to enforce it using some specification on the database query ORM that we are using or whatever we are using to connect to the database and to get you the results. So probably there should be a way to only consider read queries. Any write query is rejected. So we gotta do something like that if we are exposing it as an API. But I guess for early usage or early beta release, we could have it without that read write limitation also. We could allow everything initially. So that is one great idea. I think he has responded something more. You can also put a cache layer in your front of it in case user. This is makes sense. We gotta. Oh, this is good. If people run a cron job setup, this makes sense. Yeah, we should really put a cache layer. If the database schema hasn't changed and if the query is the same, then we should use the cache layer to optimize our cost basically, and also to give better performance. I mean, this Akshay guy is like really nice. Yeah, really smart guy. So the UI changes that I spoke about and this conversation and attending the event, those were most of the highlight. What next? What next? I mean, monthly plan, adding a monthly plan to DevKit is definitely on the next task. Monthly plan and discount coupons. Discount coupons will be only for a limited time for our launch day and probably for the launch week at max. So gotta see which Stripe set up some discount codes and try them out myself. And also we have a collaboration with Skill Valley planned. So I need to make some adjustments. Yeah, I mean not adjustments, I just need to create a coupon code because we will be offering them DevKit for 2 months for free, all of the Skill Valley cohort members. And after that probably we will give them a discount to purchase the annual plan, but yeah, for 2 weeks, 2 months, we will give them free usage on the premium plan. And it's great because it gets us real users who are kind of committed to learning about development, and our tools will help them a lot, hopefully. And yeah, I mean it's a good bet, like offering these many paid subscriptions for free. I mean only 30 to 40 people, like, I mean, not only that's still a good amount. So 30 to 40 people are in their cohort, and yeah, they'll be using our app hopefully regularly. So it'll be good. We might get some really good feedback and all of that. So I gotta push that monthly pricing as soon as possible so that I can create the discount coupon code, because right now we only have annual subscription and I can't, Stripe doesn't allow me to create like a fractional discount code. Or maybe I haven't explored Stripe completely. So yeah, but anyways, I have to add monthly pricing, so I'm thinking that I'll do it along it that way. So I think monthly plan and discount code is definitely one of the top priority because that will allow us to get skill value users like 30 40 users dedicated. So that is one thing on the priority. Then adding a login logout button and improving the home dashboard, because when someone lands on the home dashboard, then it's pretty strange. Like if I show you, if you go to get dev kit and okay, I'm not logged in yet. Okay, I'm logged in. So if I go to the dashboard, you just see this. Now you're confused. What do I do? I mean, you can definitely go to the sidebar, but it wouldn't hurt to add some instructions or even just have a copy of these, but with a little bit more like a one-liner description for each of these. So that's something on the list because right now you don't know what to do. So we are gonna add that. So monthly pricing, and this home page improvement and a logout button. These three things are on the top of the list. And also today, I one of the applicants for the software engineer role, I asked him to like make some changes on the landing page as part of the take home assignment. So in the morning, I gave him access to the Git, the code base, and he's now making directly changes to the landing page. And I feel that yeah, that's much more critical because we have a product and launch coming up, so we should like get the best landing page as possible. And I asked him to make some tweaks, so hopefully those will be done by tomorrow end, and the landing page will be even better. So let's hope for the best. That is one more thing, and we are planning to improve the login page design because if you see currently, can I open an incognito tab? Okay. Um, I mean, so if I open a new tab, right, I haven't adjusted this properly. But yeah, basically, even here you can see. So this is kind of a little bit boring. So we have a new design made by Sahil from our team, and that design is gonna go live in a couple of days. So the login page will also look pretty nice. So the login page design and this landing page changes, asked Utkarsh to do. That's the name of the applicant. So a little bit of task delegation also happened, and things will go smoother. Hopefully, we will have a lot of things pushed out in a few days. And we have finalized Thursday for the product hunt launch. I watched that Abhash's video for the product and launch advice. That was really helpful. I need to go through it again to because I missed some key points, but mostly Thursday is the day that we're planning the product and launch. And yeah, this is mostly about this vlog. And hopefully you like this format better. You were able to see some things on the screen and it was much more interesting. So, signing off, any feedback, any comments on this vlog are always welcome. Thank you for watching. See you next time.